So, the question of the hour, how to build your lung health, right? Because this COVID-19 virus out there that's freaking everybody out is attacking our lungs. That's the primary first stage, right? And it's part of the breathing of the planet, right? The lungs of the planet are in distress right now. And I just wrote an article about the relationship between lungs and colon, large intestine, which is why people are rushing to buy toilet paper. But beyond just making sure that your sanitary supplies are in place and you can maintain your independent living, you want to pay attention to where are the points on your body that relate to the lung and the large intestine. You can do this self-acupressure, self-tapping, to tap and hold and move energy in your lungs and large intestine channels and keep this aspect of your being functional. That's all there is to it. All right, it's not that simple, right? But it's a place to start, and it's something you can do for yourself. So understand that your hands are your lungs. And so all this hand washing we're doing is all about the lungs. That's the intake and the elimination, the holding in and the letting go, right? The grabbing and the releasing, the grabbing and the releasing. And your lungs with COVID can't grasp air. They can't bring it in. And so there's this grasp and release, grasp and release. So that's a very simple exercise you can do for your lungs, all right? Now, getting more specific, the lung meridian, the lung channel is in your thumbs, right here, right? So your thumbs, if you ever had sore thumbs or stiff thumbs, that pulling sensation in your thumbs is related to breathing, breath. It's related to your ability to hold on and let go, hold on and let go. It's going to be related through this means to grief, right? Loss, change, anything where there's a big change, you're going to be dealing with loss, letting go, having to take on something new. And, everybody says change, but, as long as it doesn't involve loss. Change that involves gain, yay! Change that involves loss, boo! So we got to go back and forth between loss and gain and understand that this is a balance. And this is what our lungs are doing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay? There's a major point right here you can press on. Just inside, under the shoulder blade, it's not shoulder blade, sorry, there's the clavicle, which is your collarbone, and in here there's a hollow space just outside the second rib. That's the first point on your lung meridian. Rub that point one side at a time. You can do both sides too. When you do both sides, the muscle gets tight. So by softening one side, you can do one side at a time. You can softly get deeper into the tissue there. Work this tissue and use your thumbs on the first point. So this is connecting the first point of the lung channel to the last point of the lung channel, thumbs and chest. Breathe. Now we go into meridian gesture where you open the lung channel like this. In some Qigong world, it's stretch open, big stretch, right? Open the lungs. That's what we're looking to do. Chest forward, thumbs back. Big breath. There's your lung work, okay? You can do that on your own. Squeeze your thumbs, rotate your thumbs, wiggle your fingers open, and release your hands. Yeah, lungs. Get the lungs healthy. And now all into the thumb belly here. The belly of the thumb, press on that. That's called the fish belly in some translations. The belly of the thumb. Ooh, sometimes that's sore. Okay, wake it up, wake it up. Good. That's the way to do that. All right, and the lung has a partner now. Lung is considered to be a yin meridian. It's internal. And then there's this partner that the lung has called the large intestine. That's your colon. That's why people are rushing out to buy toilet paper. Okay, toilet paper is independence, okay? When we were infants, we had diapers and diapering. We couldn't clean up ourselves, right? But once we learned to potty train, we got through that, we got to a big stage of independence. And toilet paper is our independence. It's a symbol of our independence. And this disease that's out there threatens our independence. And even now we're in isolation, which isn't actually my best recommendation. You gotta stay connected. You gotta stay connected. I like what Gavin Newsom said yesterday in a speech. He said, we gotta move away from the term social distancing and move to this term physical distancing. Okay, physical distancing is a little different than social distancing because right here we're socially interacting even through this video screen, but we're maintaining physical distance so we can maybe mitigate what may be happening with this actual viral spread. Otherwise, it's slowing this planet down, right? That's what's important right now. But as we move into this internal feeling from lungs, we want to go over to our large intestine now, okay? Because the lungs and the large intestine are a system together, right? You breathe in, you breathe out, right? And you eliminate through the back end. So I like to say the lung is the front end and the large intestine is the back end, but both of them are on the front lines in dealing with the external world around us, right? So you want to have good, strong elimination, and that's in your index finger. It's interesting to me that toilet paper is also used for the nose, right? For sinuses. When you don't have a box of Kleenex facial tissue, you use the back end tissue to blow your nose. I mean, we all do it. Come on, I know. There's nobody out there who hasn't used toilet paper to blow their nose, all right? So sometimes we got to do that. And yes, I'm touching my face, but I'm going to be able to wash my hands before I touch anything else. So don't worry about it, okay? Facial points are really important. Here's the large intestine at the nose. This is a point on the large intestine meridian. You get a little persnickety, right? Okay, and there's your large intestine in the index finger. This is very, wash your hands. Wash those doorknobs. Clean up after yourselves. Stay clean. Stay socially distant, physically distant. See, the pointing finger is accusing you if maybe you haven't been, all right? So you got to watch for that. Here's our large intestine. Our large intestine makes sure we're dealing with our crap, okay? And you want to deal with your crap in a good way, okay? Crap is really important, actually. It's soil, and soil makes nutrient that makes food, and we eat food and make more crap, okay? So this is the cycle. So the lung, the large intestine, and the stomach and the pancreas are related in this whole system of how we interact with our world to stay nourished and strong. And these are the first 4 meridian channels that have acupoints on your body that you can press yourself that will help you stay healthy and strong, stay empowered. All right, so large intestine, very important point here. And I used to say, even my bank teller used to know this point. This is the one that's used for headaches, right? Hoku, it's called. It's the most famous acupoint in the world. So you can press on that with your thumb. When you make a little, let's see if I get the lighting right here. See that little mound of flesh that builds up right there when I squeeze my thumb here like this? So I put my finger on that mound of flesh, open the thumb, and then press in underneath the bone of the index finger. You'll be right on this large intestine point. Really important point called Hoku, or in Japanese, Gokoku. Gokoku, it's meeting valleys, all right? So you want to use this point to aid your elimination, all right? That's going to help your sinuses, and it's going to help your back end too. Front end and back end. We want to deal with both ends as we deal with the front lines of our interaction with our world. So that's your large intestine primer. The index finger, you remember when you pull on Grandpa's index finger and he farts, that's like, it's like, this is like, I'm sorry, it's funny, right? And that's one of the neat things about this channel is it's kind of humorous, right? So keep your humor up, my friends. From here at the Hoku, the meeting valleys point, it goes all the way up the arm to the shoulder, it crosses the neck, and it ends at the nose. And this point is welcome fragrance. And I see myself going to 10 minutes here, but you can press on these points yourself. Press on these points. Flick, 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 flick. Wake up those fingers and hands. Roll those thumbs. Point those index fingers. Thumb and forefinger, right? Opposing thumb and forefinger. That's what makes us humans. We have this really articulate skill with our hands. And there it is, lung and large intestine. And it's threatened by this disease that's going around. No wonder we hoard toilet paper, but there are some things you can do for yourself. So stay positive, stay strong, stay in good humor, and enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll come back with more tidbits as we go along with this little series of education to help you empower yourself at home in these challenging times. Blessings to you all.